And welcome back to the Nation at 5. Big breaking news coming in. Messi will be visiting Vantara along with footballer Luis Suarez and others. He will take off from Delhi in a short while from now for Jamnagar. He will stay there for one night. He will be hosted by Anant Ambani. Some weeks ago, remember, Vantara hosted Donald Trump Jr., joining a long list of dignitaries from India and abroad. I'm joined by my colleague Anand Narasimhan on the broadcast. So, Anand, clearly Vantara is a beacon of India's conservation heritage, and now the GOAT gets a personal tour.
Yes, and this is, good evening, Ayushman, and to our viewers. This is the first visit of a huge dignitary or world superstars like Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez after Mr. Anant Ambani was recently awarded the Global Humanities Award. It's the first of its kind. That award was since it's been instituted, and he's the first recipient of that award. So that's a big fillip. The other thing is that even these players have backed in the past various initiatives of conservation and service to life on planet Earth. And Vantara perhaps is the biggest service to life on planet Earth, and especially those animals or those living beings who cannot express their pain, who cannot express their suffering, who cannot express their agony. And it will be a great story for Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez, who hold a huge amount of influence and import, not just in the US of A, but also back in their home countries and globally. For them to underline this message of conservation, underline this message of saving, animal species and from torture, from suffering, and to rehabilitate them and to give them some level of dignity towards the latter half of their life after a huge life of suffering. It will be a big message. And Vantara is also doing path-breaking work in the field of research, in the field of trying to preserve species which are near extinction, and also to bring back certain species and organisms which are critical for the survival on Earth, but who have perhaps in the last few decades gone extinct, to bring them back, and also to train veterinarians in wild animal cure and care. Because most vets are largely practiced and also are proficient with working with domesticated animals, but to care for the wild, to operate on them or to treat them for various diseases, etc., and to preserve their lives and to save them is a different story altogether. It's Mr. Anant Ambani's dream that 150 sanctuaries and nature reserves across Bharat should have trained veterinarians and trained team of doctors, and Vantara is willing to work with these sanctuaries to help them. So it's a big dream to try and help those which do not have a voice. In terms of living beings and species. So there are many species that are being preserved, conserved, rehabilitated after they've been rescued from places of severe torture or at a time when they're suffering big illnesses, etc., or they've been left or abandoned by their keepers, etc. So it'll be a great story, and it's and away from Delhi, away from the maddening crowd. Luis Suarez, Lionel Messi will be in the quiet of Vantara and Jamnagar for a whole evening and perhaps through the first half tomorrow.
Absolutely, and Anand, and Messi has attached himself to a lot of public service campaigns. He, in 2010, was a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. He's attached himself with a lot of social causes, and pretty much many social causes look to him for being that ambassador, given his platform. One tweet, one Instagram post from him puts a lot of initiatives on the map, and clearly Vantara being that success story when it comes to Indian conservation, it mirrors, and this marriage of both these personalities, Anant Ambani's initiative and Lionel Messi, is very essential for such a cause.
Yes, it is. And the point is that Vantara is not for the public. It is for the animals. And it is very rare, and only a few who are able to now, and after nearly a decade in operation and existence, Vantara has gone public just around the time Mr. Anant Ambani tied the knot. And it was the first time the world even knew that there exists a place like this, which is a haven for thousands of animals across various species, including elephants, wildcats, crocodiles, snakes, birds, insects. There are so many who have been preserved, conserved, and there is so much research that's happening, so many lives that have been touched, trainers, their families, free education for the children of the mahouts, etc. There is a lot that's being done. and internationally, globally, experts have been brought in to teach, to cure, to heal, to work with the team there. And Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and those accompanying them will be present to watch all of that. And perhaps they will take back with them a different perception of Bharat, a different perception of what Bharat can do and people can do. Many people say that you can be rich, you can be really, you have lots of money, but what you do with that money depends on the intent. And if the intent is of service, then we have a product or we have a place like Vantara. And I'm sure Lionel Messi, out of his entire India trip, one of the posts that he'll surely make or comments that he'll make will be what he will see at Vantara, because it is sure to blow their mind off, because they will not expect to see what they will see there. The kind of work that's being done is phenomenal. One has to go there to believe it. And I think this is perhaps worth the trip and worth the effort, this Jamnagar trip by these players.
Right. Thank you, Anand, for joining us on the broadcast and decoding that for us as Lionel Messi heads to Jamnagar to visit the iconic Vantara sanctuary, where animals are getting world-class care, which has put India's conservation heritage on the global map.